G'day, mate. Welcome back to Captain Ministry with me, Jitty. Today's episode is going to be all about smiles. We're going to be doing nothing but smiling, even if the weather's horrible. We're going to be smiling the whole way because today, we're going to get Electronics 2 up and running. I'm going to get it up and running. It's going to be happening today, which means we should have the components finally to start making nuclear reactors, which is good because we're also going to spend a lot of power today. But at the same time, as always, I need to thank you guys. For liking the video, subscribing to the channel, coming over, doing those wonderful things. Also, wonderful comments. And at the same time, I need to thank those that are becoming YouTube members, those that are going above and beyond, making sure we don't have to run mid-roll ads. And today, we're going to be thanking Smiley. Smiley, wonderful person. Click the like button, click the subscribe button, went that step above and beyond, and became a YouTube member. $1 a month, support the channel, and means I don't have to run pre-roll or mid-roll ads, which nobody enjoys during a Let's Play, especially with the video lengths that they are. So, thank you, Smiley, for becoming a YouTube member. With that out of the way, today we need to talk about a few things. One, God, that's a stupid belt. Okay. One, food. I have a problem. I don't have a lot of food. In fact, we are short on eggs. We're short on meat. We have bread. We have corn. We have potatoes. Sort of, sometimes. We don't have fruit, we don't have veggies, we don't have any of those things. And to make matters worse, I'm going to unpause the housing. I've pre-built the housing. Housing's ready to go. In fact, we might pre-build 2 more. Can I pause you and unpause you and pause you and unpause you? That way they can build, and then I can turn them on when I need them, because we're going to need more workers this episode. Oh, is population pause on? Is population pause on? No, you just haven't realized we've got a house yet. Okay, we don't have a lot of food, but we do have, I want to click on that anyway. We have plenty of food, 1 and 2 on. So they're eating 50% extra food, which means I can feed about 6,000 people with what I have currently. But I'm not. I'm just having the extra uni. We don't really need the extra uni, but I'm going to have the extra uni anyway. As for our food, well, a lot of it's being turned into chicken feed. Like, so much of it's been turned into chicken feed. We're actually pumping the feed over here and into here, and we're burning it off. So technically I'm saving some pollution, right? It's less pollution to burn. Yeah, it's less pollution to burn chicken feed. Excellent. So we're doing nice things for the environment. Yeah, that's my excuse. Okay, so I've also turned off canola because we filled this up. I'm just looped the pipe back around so it runs in a loop so we can keep converting diesel. I probably need to turn some canola back on, especially as you can't output all corn. Yeah, okay, we're going to turn some canola back on. You can go across to canola again, as can you, and you know what, we'll double it. Okay, so we've got that running. Coal, we found the bottom of the coal mine. We're digging out the coal. We're digging out the coal a lot. What I'm doing is I'm just aiming for, like, roughly the edge of the coal mine. We're not digging too close to the edge. We're going to see how much coal falls into the mine, because I prefer the coal to fall in rather than retaining walls. Obviously, as soon as I've got this done, we then need to start digging to the left, which is going to be awkward. Very, very awkward. I think what I'll actually end up doing is I'll come to this far side now and know the bottom of the mine is around about level 26. Yeah, right about level 26. I think what I'll do is I'll come... Oh, please don't fill that in. Please don't fill that in. I think we'll come out here, we'll dig down to 26 here, and then we'll dig straight across the bottom. And that means I can fill this in, which means I can have this building space, which means food-wise, we're going to double everything, because we have the food being produced already. It's going to be awkward, it's going to be annoying, but we'll work out some way to double it. I can double the amount of chickens, I can double the amount of medical, probably. Yes, so we're going to do that in the not too distant future after we get a few other things up and running. Next thing we need to talk about is, the digging team. The digging team's doing a great job. As you can see, there's much digging going on. We're just ripping across the edge of the map. I've also decided to ramp this down at the other end because, well, we might as well have a shortcut through the mountain if we can. After they do that, we'll start working our way this way, towards the gold mountain in the middle, because why the hell not? Iron, we have the one diggy boy who could probably do with a second truck. Yep, you can have a second truck. And we're just digging out the iron ramp still. And then we've got trucks picking up from here and taking it over to the iron mine. No place to dump products. That is because we've been doing some work out here. I have enough room here for a dock, just a little dock, which will be part of today's project, because I want a loose module singular. Can I build you? And you are going to be doing quartz. Yeah, I'm going to have one mine doing quartz. That's all we're going to have. We don't need a lot. We just need a little bit of quartz for now. I do want to upgrade these docks eventually, but we've made some discoveries. We've made some important discoveries. The important discovery is, if I take this and I move it as far forward and to the right as possible, I can have that stick over the main shipyard without a problem. We also know the edge of the map is all the way up here, so we're going to start landfilling forward as well. Because why the hell not? We might as well start at the edge of the map, work our way backward. Also, I'm possibly going to leave some holes and patches around here open to do water. Grab seawater. This is going to be an interesting side project that's going to take a while. But in the meantime, do I want to start filling this in or not? No, let's fill this. Let's get this worked out for the front of the map, or front of the docking area, like so. Yes, and we have a brand new cargo ship. Now, another thing I have done is I've updated to the latest version. Yes, we're on the latest version, which means a couple of things. One, I can see that I already have 1,000 quartz out on the world map. World map wise, I got this guy running and filled it up. We also have a second one over here that I can turn on as well. And I've also turned on the uranium mine. And we just have our main ship out there manually loading uranium ore, because why the hell not? That's pretty much the long and the short of it. I'm just filling up in uranium ore because I can. So eventually when we bring that ship back, we'll have a whole bunch of uranium. But today, I want to do a couple of things. I want to get silicon done. So silicon we researched quite some time ago. Where is it? We needed it to get the station of maintenance. We also unlocked maintenance number 2 and electronics and PCBs and all sorts of things. Also, electronics goes into household appliances, which we can feed to the people to get us even more Unity that we're not going to really use. Also, whilst I'm here, I'm also going to grab solar panels. Solar panels are not terribly efficient, but they do give you the advantage of it's something to create passive power. They take lots of space, but they work passively. So we're going to grab some solar panels research as well, and the electric boiler. And whilst I have so much Unity, I'm going to unpause... let's unpause 2... Let's unpause all 3. Yeah, it's going to use a shit ton of power because they're 150 kilowatts each, but that's okay for right now. So we're going to set up a dock. Now I'm going to set up a dock with just 1 quartz delivery right now to do the silicon smelting, which is quartz plus coal plus graphite, which will give me molten silicon. Molten silicon plus hydrogen gives me silicon poly, which we need to create our electronics too. So we're going to set up a ship with just 1 dock at the moment. Now, whether it's a dock level 6 with 1 module. Because it's a 1 module, we only use 1 module's worth of fuel to go get things. And I'm not going to even bother hooking fuel up to this at the moment. Okay, I really expect to move this in the not too distant future. So I'm not going to hook fuel up to it. Like, trucks will bring fuel here, maybe. We'll worry about it when it's empty. Okay. So, step number 1 is get this stuff in. Step number 2 is work out where we're going to build this smelter. So, we need to build a brand new smelter. It features 2 new things. It features an arc furnace and a silicon reactor. So, silicon reactor is going to take in a molten silicon plus some hydrogen to give us silicon poly. And the arc furnace is going to take out the quartz plus coal plus a brand new thing, graphite, to give us molten silicon plus slag plus exhaust. Molten slag and exhaust we've dealt with before. Coal we've dealt with before. Quartz seems pretty basic. Graphite is a whole different issue. Graphite is going to be required to be made in a chemical plant too, from coal plus chlorine is going to give me graphite and sour water. Now, sour water, I have sour water processing right here. So it sort of makes sense to put you here. Yes. In that direction. And you're going to do this recipe. Okay, so we're going to have output of sour water, which I'm going to take straight to height number 2 and plug straight into that pipe. That is my sour water processing pipe. That makes life easy. It's done. It's dusted. I don't have to worry about it. All right. Next up, into the rear of this, I need to get coal, also chlorine. Now, chlorine comes from brine. which is okay because we happen to have a giant brine pipe here hooked up to this power plant. So as long as we're making power, we're making brine. So it seems like a pretty safe spot to plug in an electrolyzer and grab some brine quickly and easily. We're going to dump you right there, and we're going to plug you in. We'll set the recipe, and then I'm going to take your brine pipe over to my bridge, which is going to need an upgrade. Bridge, yep, poor truck. You were so close. You almost had it. Medium bridge. Cool. We're going to dump that there. Alright. Probably should build that. Okay. And we're going to bring our chlorine over this way. Alright. The other thing I need is coal. And I happen to conveniently have coal right here, going from the main power plant over to oil. So that seems like a great place to grab it from. And if I line up perfectly with this belt, it's a pipe, belt. It's a belty pipe. We can run right over the top of those machines and in a nice straight line and bring this up to here. After I get to there, it should be as simple as... Nope. Plug from that machine into that belt. Okay, so that should get me my coal, which we can convert into graphite. Oh, power. Power, we have an issue of the flywheels just run out of power. We're not storing enough power from this power plant to kick it back into action quickly. I got a couple of options. I could use this one that has more flywheel enabled on it and use this as primary power and set this to backup power, which would be okay providing my water works, which I assume it does, but I honestly don't know. Or I could take you off auto balance, which is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take you off auto balance. Yep, we're going to take you two off auto balance. If I take you off auto balance, it means my minimum power, as low as I can go, is going to be 15 megawatts worth of power. I'm burning enough coal to produce 15 megawatts worth of power at all times, which means, yeah, throughput's maxed out because this is a 12 megawatt shaft, but it means as this finishes dumping power into the shaft, we're going to notice the efficiency starts to drop. Any minute now? It's still shoving some power in there. There we go. Mechanical power's dropped down, efficiency's dropped down because we're producing more power than we can consume. So something to keep in mind. But as we're about to add this new smelter, we're going to start using more power. Okay, I need to bring this pipe through, which I'd really love to run at the right height. But can I? Please. Height. Come on, you can do it. There, and then height 2 facing this direction. Yes. And height 2, cool. And then behind that machine, and straight into a fertilizer pipe. Okay, fertilizer, I have bad news. You are going to become a level 4 pipe. It is purely for cosmetic reasons. I could route the other pipe around, but I'm not going to. Come on. Copy. There we go. Height 2 in a straight line, please. This is my chlorine, which we will bring to here. And then after I've got it to there, I will go from there. That's a really shit curve. Can we do a better curve, please? Much better. Okay. We're going to run our chlorine to there. Okay, I'm going to build you and you and you and you. Just build everything except that one pipe in there. Yeah, I don't want that. Okay, can I build all of that? And all of that? And all of that, and remember to replace this pipe, otherwise things back up and yell at me, which is going to go straight over the top and into there. Cool, you are now a level 4 pipe. Congratulations, you are the tallest of the tall. All right, with that done, we should have chlorine in the belts, in the pipe, yep, and we should have coal flowing over here, which will give us graphite, yes, which we're going to whack straight into a storage, like so. Which is going to be on a flat belt. Forget the storage around the right way. Okay, so that gives us graphite, okay, which we can run into said smelter. I also need to build said smelter, and we're going to aim for 2 smelters. Now, one thing you need to be aware of is these use 750 kilowatts each. So we're definitely going to be over 15 megawatts worth of power then. But I'm going to put 2 of these side by side. Yes, yes. And then you're going to output 24 molten silicon and you process 12. So we've done this before where you have 2 of these. Hydrogen on the outside? Hydrogen on the outside. Two thingies that cool down the hot stuff. Yep, okay. And then, of course, we need multiple belts. Now, graphite is on a flat belt. The others are a U-shaped belt. So we're going to go with a flat conveyor. We're going to come out 5 tiles so we can get all our ups and downs in the right order. Then we're going to go for a U-shaped belt on top for coal or quartz. Going to go for another one for coal or quartz. And then we're going to go for the final one for slag. Yes. All right, so with those planned out, we're going to plug you in there and you in there. That's the easy stuff. And then, can I get that type of belt, please? Yes. And you are going to be coal or quartz, I don't know. And you're going to also be coal or quartz, I don't know. You're going to be coal or quartz, and you're going to be coal or quartz. That leaves slag. Slag going to come out, and then I'm going to bring up to height 3. And then something I've started doing is I just put a little wiggle in at the end. And the reason I put in this wiggle is now we have proper copy and paste, like proper copy and paste with, you know, belts get copied and everything else. If I trim this to the right width and trim this to the right width, if I copy this and I put this side by side, I'd have 2 connectors beside one another. The 2 slag connectors would be side by side, and they can plane. Which means I'd have to do a modification here, and I just have to like join them up here, which was fine. Except now, if I just slide them over across over a tile, I can copy and paste and just slap them side by side. Sure, it's 1 tile wider, but it's, oh my god, so much more convenient. Okay, because the extreme power usage of these guys, we're only going to run 1 double smelter, but I still need to plug in all this stuff. So we have exhaust. Okay, exhaust is going to come out, and I'm going to filter this because I have filtering nearby, and you're going to go to there. You two are going to join together. That leaves my molten stuff. Hot stuff. Everybody likes some hot stuff. Can I grab that hot stuff? Okay, that hot stuff goes there to there to there. That hot stuff goes there to there to there. Finally, that leaves hydrogen. We need 3 hydrogen apiece, so we can use a little pipe, which is going to go in like this, and you are going to go and reach up and in. So again, you know, if I copy and paste these side by side one another, we can, well, we don't have problems with connectors, but mainly like these two have to go away from one another because I can't have 2 connectors beside one another. So let's do the same on the other sides. But that should be the smelter done. We just need to neaten it up around the edges and find somewhere to dump it. Now I need to have coal. We conveniently have a coal belt right here. We need to have graphene. Conveniently we have graphite. Need to conveniently have graphite right there. I need to have quartz, which is conveniently requires a boost vehicles, a ramp right about there, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the right spot. Height 2. Just hang out there for a minute and let's get that built. We have quartz right here. So that just leaves slag to be dealt with. Oh no, hydrogen. Hydrogen is this bucket right here, which is set to empty for reasons I don't understand. And so exhaust and slag. Now I have a slag bucket here, which is mostly full. The reason it's mostly full is I want to set up a contract to get in sour water for slag. So I don't mind storing slag for right now. Eventually we're going to mass dump it or sell it off, but for the moment it can stay right here and I can have an awful lot. So when we first set up the contract, I can sell a whole lot of it in a hurry. So I'm going to bring the slag over here and dump it in here because it's close enough that why the hell not. As for exhaust, we actually have an exhaust filtration pipe here that goes over to the 2 exhaust scrubbers for the power plant. We're going to plug it in here because this intentionally has an overflow in case we dump too much exhaust onto the pipe. So I need to bring slag and exhaust to here, which we might as well. No, let's work out where the smelter goes first. So smelter, you can go here. No, that'll block off access to the hydrogen. Not that I think I need access for the trucks, but... Alright, let's put you there. Okay, so first thing is going to be a flat belt. We're going to plug that in there. Next thing is going to be coal. Coal is up here. You can come down to height 2. Can you make it to height 1? Let's go with height 2. And plug in there. You are going to be quartz, which obviously if coal's at height 2 needs to come in at height... Don't me. Come in at height 1. Then that leaves our hydrogen, which in theory I can plug straight in there. And then that leaves our slag. So slag, you're going the wrong direction. Let's toggle your direction. Toggle your direction. Slag, we're going to come at height 3. I'm going to come past the side of this building. Nope. Okay, past the side of the building. Let's go over to that tile, which is actually the tile I want. And we'll bring it down to flat. Because, well, you're going to be flat all the way through here. Please don't connect to things. Bad belt. Yes. And the fact that it goes past the buildings hard up against them means the trucks are just going to reach over the top. They'll just reach over the top without an issue. As for our exhaust pipe, that is going to do one of those height 4 jumps. Yep. And... no, that should be okay. Okay, that's unfortunate. Alright, you just live there for a second. Can I get this squished down just a little bit? No. Connect 2 there. Come to height 2. Slide under there and then down the ground. Cool. That means I can take my pipe at... Well, height 1 will do. Yep. Right over the top of all this. Again, trucks are just going to reach over the top of the belt and the pipe. Basically, they get close enough they can do what's known as a close approach, which means they don't physically need access to the box. They just reach over and under things. And then, oh, there. And then into there. Into there, I said. Cool. Alright, so that is that pipe. That is that belt. That is that. That is our quartz delivery. That is that whole assembly right there. And I think we're good to go. No place to dump products. Dirt. Okay. Dirt is this tower. So previously I had 2 separate towers for everything. This would be the public dumping area, and this would be the overflow. Like if the miners were flat out and they had nothing to do and they needed to dump something, they could use this tower. They'd fill up their local storage first, and then if they had no other option, they could use the logistics assigned to this. What I can now do is I can reassign this area, and then I can tick this button. If I tick that button, it means this is both a public and a private dumping zone all at the same time, which I love. The devs have done all these little updates. They make such a difference. It's going to save me so much hassles, but you should be up and running. Yes? Yes, using 750 kilowatts each. Ouch. Okay. Polly, we need to bring Polly out. Polly needs to run over to the main manufacturing, which is going to be a pain in the butt. We literally need to run halfway across the map, but we can get that done. We're going to run here, and then we're going to run F, so I don't care about blocking connectors, and we're going to literally run, come on, right across the map. Then we're going to do one of those little jump things, where you jump over a pipe, yep, and we're going to run up beside fuel gas, that's fuel gas for concrete, to here, up over that one. Keep going. Around, we'll go close. Because again, close approach rules means as long as I keep this super tight, trucks can reach over the top. And whoop. Keep going this way, up to here, and we'll leave you there for 2 seconds because I'm going to need, actually, I'm going to need to uni that belt, 186 parts. Gone. And what do we need? We need a ramp here so we don't get grumpy trucks, and we need a ramp back here so again I don't get grumpy trucks. Was that a Oh, that was an autosave. Is that a... That's a part of the map that's not flat. If you need to flatten a area and you don't really want to set an excavator over here, mind control tower is really good at flattening things. One there, and delete. Delete and delete and remove and mining. That is as flat can be. Okay, so the map flattened as quickly as possible. We now have our silicon all the way over here. Now, we've got silicon because... back to this. It goes into electronics too, which needs PCBs. So I need to make PCBs. Now, I've already done some modifications here in the town center. I've moved electronics, well, I've moved mechanical parts up to get in more electronics because we need electronics 1 to make electronics 2. I'm going to need a fair number of them. So I've already made some room. But we also need to make electronics 2, which requires some grumpy assemblers. We're going to go with here. We're going to be very, very tight because I have some sand up here that we haven't dug out yet. I sort of wish I had already previously dug that out, but we haven't got there yet. And we have 170 workers. That's a lot. Is there anything else I can unpause just to get it running? Not really. We're running sand through storage, so at least if we're not using it all, we're buffering it. Why is it not buffering? Because that belt's not running fast enough. There we go. Yeah, there's really nothing I can do and have the workers actually do something rather than sitting around on their thumbs. All right. So, yes, we need to make electronics 2. Yes. Which requires PCBs plus electronics plus silicon poly. Okay. This is why we have silicon poly, which we have dumped here. Slowly getting built. All right. And then, of course, we need to make PCBs. So I need to have... there, I believe. PCBs. Yes. Which is glass, plastic, and copper. That's why we set up plastic last episode. It's sitting right here, ready to go. We have glass right here. We have copper right here. We have all the components nicely tucked together. Electronics 2 goes into a number of things. It goes in the vehicle parts, which we covered already. It goes into household appliances, which we've just had finished researching. It goes into maintenance 2. It also goes into lab equipment number 4. And it's also going to go into electronics 3, and so on and so forth. Oh, and construction parts 4. So I technically want a lot of these, but sand is in the way. So I have a feeling we're going to end up building this, and then we're going to, at some stage in the future, as I had to do with mechanical parts, rip the whole lot down to double it. Yeah. Okay. Future problems for future jetties to deal with. All right. First off, belts. Just some crap belts. That'll do us. We need to bring in our 3 materials here. So first one is going to be PCBs, which we need to toggle the direction. Cool. Second one is going to be electronics, which is going to come in from the left. And then finally is poly, which is going to come in from the right. And if I've done this right, that is 5 tiles, yes. And then there, and then there. Cool. That's that problem. Now, output is a whole different separate issue, which we're going to fix by moving you out of the way. Plug into there, out of there, into storage. Toggle the direction. And then... if I've done this correctly, we should be able to copy from there to there and paste them together. Cool. Now, for every 1 machine I have making PCBs, it's going to give me 6 PCBs. I'm not going to use 3 of them for electronics 2. So I want to go with, oh, and I need how much? Oh, recipe. 6 poly, and we're making 12 poly per smelty thingy, and I have 4 smelty thingies, so I have 48 of them, which means I can run potentially a lot of these. What I'm going to aim for to start with is just 4 of them. Yeah, just 4 to start with. Because I probably want to turn off the second smelter just to save us on the power. Also, I don't have proper imports set up yet, so we're just going to cut back for the moment. And then I can plug that there to there. And even though the connectors complain, they don't care because they're direct connected. Actually, no, it goes one to the left, doesn't it? No, it goes right there. Okay, so that's going to be our plan for electronics too. As for our PCBs, they need glass, plastic, and copper. So let's start with plastic, which is in here. Can I get a slow ass belt? There we go. Slow ass belt from there up to height 1 and over to here. And then to ride on top of copper to about there. Belt number 2 is going to be glass, which is going to come out here and also run right beside, and then that just leaves us copper. Copper we conveniently have right here. Okay, so that's our 3 belts. We need to run our 3 belts into this 5 tiles away, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 belt, 2 belt, 3 belt. Don't care if you got a twist at the end because you're going to get deleted. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then, like I said, for every one of those, for every 2 of those, I need 1 of these. So technically, I only need 2 of them. What's to stop me building 4? I guess absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's a little bit close to sand. Yeah, we're going to build 2 of them. I'm going to ghost out the extras. I'm going to try and get rid of the sand as quickly as possible. But our plan is going to be take copper to there and then straight into there without curving up at the end. That would be nice. I appreciate that you're eager, copper, but like other people need to have a turn too. I need a bridge. Bridge. We're going to put a bridge here because I've seen trucks using this, so we probably should allow a bridge for them. Okay, so with that done, we're going to bring you up and park you on top and run you straight there. And bring you to do the same. Height 2. Yes, and run that straight into there. Okay, with that done, that should get all our requirements over here to make the PCBs. I'm just going to build 2 of them for right now. Okay, alright. Recipes, that would help. Electronics. We need electronics 1, plus we need the PCBs, which we just did, and then we need the poly. So, electronics is going to come out of the grand electronics box, and we're going to bring this up to height 1 and right across the top and then into there nice and simply. Not going to muck around. You don't need to be there. Cool. So that's going to be our electronics 1. As for our poly is been left here. It's not moving. What part did I miss? Go away, overlays. Why will you not work? Oh, that little bit there. Yay! All right, doesn't matter. We get to watch them work now. Ooh. Ooh. How do these guys work? Well, they work by leaving stuff midair. It's fine. It's a feature. It's a feature. It's so you know, right there and then, that the capacity is full and it stopped working. Okay. Alright. Like, the animations in this game. So good. So good. Alright. So, the fact that everything's working is an indication I plugged in everything correctly, which is going to dump all the poly onto a belt. Cool. After all the poly gets onto a belt, it's going to come to here, which we need to run into the top belt. So, we're going to run you... Yeah, I think I'm going to run you out first. And then I'm going to run you in like this. Because trucks don't need to get in here. So, there's nothing stopping me doing it. Would probably help if I ran out first, that tile, and at least turned rather than having a ramp at the corner. I'm going to run that into there. Yeah, trucks don't drive through, like, they've got no need to get into here, so we might as well just run the belt there, because it then means when I choose to expand things, we can straight away just dump them in, not an issue. Okay, I need to get everything between there and there done. I don't need that extra bit on the end, but I do need that. And then obviously recipe copy. And if I've done everything correct, and Polly finally gets here. Oh gosh. Yeah, it's got a while to go. When Polly finally gets here, we should have electronics 2 done. They all look to be going the right way. They all look to be going the right way. They are being fed. Yeah, I need to get rid of that sand. And I have several boxes ready for sand, don't I? Yes. Do we still have access? Not really. Okay, dirt. Dirt. Can I fill to the... No. Yeah, make me a dirt ramp. Holy crap, that's a lot of dirt. I might not have that much dirt. We don't make that much dirt. We've been mainly concentrating on rock. Can I... Where is this tower? This tower. Can I get that done? Because I need access, obviously. We may have a problem with copper falling in. That's my other issue. Also, if I dig out this sand, it does mean that I technically lose access to get up to here. I don't know if I need access to get up to there, but technically I lose that access. Okay, so I need a retaining wall here whilst they wait. Plus, we need some retaining walls here. Plus, I need some retaining walls to actually hold that sand in place, which is going to be there and there. And actually, well, we're not going to add any more copper to the pile. So technically, I don't need those ones. We just need this line. Okay. If I bring it out of tile, you're happy. You're reasonably happy. Okay. And bop. Alright. Maybe I can get some of the sand out. Maybe. It's more of a personal thing. Like, I don't want the sand to survive. Okay? I don't want any resources to survive. Alright, Polly is here. We are producing electronics. Yes. They're all running. We have 8 in stock. 8 in stock. Great. As for our next plan is going to be nuclear power. One, because we're using a decent amount of power now. Also, I need 80 per nuclear reactor, and then I need 40. 40 per enrichment plant. I need 2 enrichment plants per reactor to keep the ratios working. And is one reactor ever enough? Is one reactor ever enough? That is the important question. Is one reactor ever enough? We're probably going to have 2 or 3. Low supply of glass, and that is purely because you're prioritized the opposite way, aren't you? Oh god, yeah, I love that. That needs to be fixed. Devs, please. That is because you're prioritized out towards our trades, which is still doing great. Like, we are, like, don't get me wrong, we are swimming in coal. We have a giant ramp of coal, but did you just deliver coal? I think somebody just delivered coal. The simple fact, where are you taking that? Now I'm curious. Show me where you goes. You're not putting that dump, are you? No, you're bringing it over here. That seems reasonable. What are you complaining about? Coal. Oh, shit. Coal ramp, get bigger. Yeah, we've done a decent job of ironing that problem out. Okay, turns out we need a bigger coal ramp. Who would have thought it? Yeah, coal's doing really well. Really well. Power, less so. We're up to 17 megawatts because I'm running too many of these guys. So yeah, I think I'm going to pause one of them just to save us the power for now. Next episode, definitely going to be looking at nuclear reactors. We have 6, 12, 24, so we're going to use all the poly we're making. We have plenty of PCBs, and we've already got 80. Like, it's not going to take us long to get the electronics. We also, does mean in the future, we can also set up household appliances, and also maintenance 2. Maintenance 2 unlocks newer and better buildings and stuff for us. But that's all going to happen in the future. Right, a cooking oil, that's okay. It means... it means technically I can probably turn 2 more on. Yay. Alright, done. Done. Oh, and we've just finished solar panels. Okay, so if I ever have a situation where we have too much poly, which may happen, we can actually automate them right here because it requires glass, it requires steel, it requires poly, and we have all 3 items like right here. We just have sand in the way. All right, I'm going to leave this episode here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next episode, hopefully with some nuclear power. All depends on how landfilling goes, because I'd sort of planned to put nuclear here, and then we built oil here instead. Yeah, it's going to take a second for me to work out where we're going to put nuclear power. Also, we need to bring in the nuclear uranium. Load that ship. 2.6K uranium. That's enough to keep us going for a little while. And we're actually out of poly. Okay, fine. Turn on the poly. Ooh, solved. Yeah, one should be enough. 24. How much do you burn at once? 48, right? 24. Yeah, 1 for 1. Okay, that'll do me. Alright, that's it. I'm out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Yes. Next episode with nuclear power. We do have a lot of space here now. Decisions. Alright, that's it. I'm out. Thanks for watching. See you next one. Bye.